Thank you for joining me here this afternoon. The time is now 3:04 p.m. Central, and we have an ongoing tornado in Metro St. Louis. This is a large and destructive tornado ongoing in Chesterfield, Missouri right now. If we take a look at the velocities on the terminal radar, you'll notice this is actually a strong tornado ongoing in Chesterfield, Missouri. So if you are out here in this area, you need to run, do not walk to your safe spot. This tornado is going to be going through a very, very similar area as our large mile-wide tornado did last month. If you are in this area, you've got to seek shelter either underground or in a storm shelter. Again, this is a strong tornado on the ground in Metro St. Louis, I suppose just west of Metro St. Louis, near the city of Chesterfield. So if you're in this area, you need to either get underground into a storm shelter or on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows and in an interior room. Again, the St. Louis radar has actually been out here for the past little while. We don't know if the tornado hit or whatnot because it went out at the exact same time it was passing by, but it didn't look like it went over it. But either way, significant tornado likely ongoing here in Chesterfield, approaching St. Charles in the northwest side of St. Louis. So if you're out here in this area, you need to make sure that you are seeking shelter immediately. Again, this is a devastating situation here for the north side of the St. Louis metro area, as well as St. Charles and Florissant in Missouri. This supercell here is actually not in the best of environments. First of all, it's not really a discrete supercell. It's kind of an embedded supercell. Also, if we take a look at our environmental parameters, you'll notice we literally said this yesterday, that St. Louis would be probably our hotspot just because of the amount of instability, and that is exactly what fired off this briefly strong tornado. All that nice, warm, moist environment that we've got out here. We've got, 2,000 joules per kilogram of surface cape. I keep opening up the dictionary again, but all that 2,000 joules per kilogram of surface cape, it's got itself a lot of nice wind shear to work with out here. I suppose not a lot, but a decent amount of wind shear to work with. But more than anything, this is a Cape NATO. So again, if you are out here, you need to make sure that you are seeking shelter immediately. The chance that this is a strong tornado is decent, just looking at how intense those velocities are. Excuse me, again, we don't have any photos or videos of damage yet from the Chesterfield area because this literally just occurred, but I'm going to try and update you guys as frequently as possible on that situation. What's going on, everybody? What's on up, Dahani? What's up, Pebble? Is my volume too quiet? Let me know if my volume is too quiet. It's fine. I can hear him clearly. Okay, are we good? I think we're good. So if you're out here in this area, again, make sure that you are seeking shelter immediately. Again, this is a potentially strong tornado ongoing, approaching I-70 on the west side of the St. Louis metro area. Again, this is just north of Chesterfield, Missouri. In addition to that, we do have a couple other supercells that have managed to develop down here further off to the south and portions of southern Missouri, and these are mainly going to bring a flash flooding threat more than anything else, just because these are not in an environment where they're going to be able to do much, but they are going to be moving quite slowly, and there's going to be multiple rounds of them over and over again. We do have a flash flood warning going out for the north side of the Springfield, Missouri area. This is going out for Marshfield, Conway, Phillipsburg, and Stratford. As well as North Springfield. This is an observed flash flood warning, and we're seeing 1 to 1.25 inches of rain every hour in that area. Now, we actually do have a slight risk of severe weather going out today for portions of Panhandle. There is actually going to be an environment out here where supercells are able to develop and potentially produce some damaging winds and large hail, and maybe spin off a brief isolated tornado, although I think the main threats come down to large hail and damaging downburst winds. If we take a look at the HRRR future track here, you'll notice that around 9 p.m. we're expecting this cluster of thunderstorms to peak in terms of a damaging wind threat just north of I-40 along the Clovis area. And again, taking a look at our surface-based instability values out here, this is going to be the main thing stopping any sort of tornado genesis from happening today. You'll notice that we've got, at best, 1,000 joules per kilogram of CAPE, so not a whole lot of potential out here for the development of tornadoes. If we take a look at our bulk shear values, they're pretty impressive within the first 6 kilometers of the atmosphere. We're talking about 50 knots of shear, 60 knots of shear, but again, it doesn't matter whenever you've only got 800 CAPE out here in the area. If there's, it doesn't matter if there's 1,000 knots of shear. If you've only got 800 CAPE, it's going to be hard for those tornadoes to develop. So, going back over here to our supercell, again, actively likely still producing a tornado west of the St. Louis metro area. Again, if it's still on the ground, it would be approaching downtown St. Charles. So St. Charles, you've got to get underground or into a storm shelter. Again, a potentially significant tornado on the way here. We, again, unfortunately don't have access to the St. Louis radar. It either got knocked out by the tornado or it just conveniently went out at the exact same time. But again, if you look back, it almost looks like it got directly hit by this thing. So there's a good chance that the St. Louis radar got knocked out. But we'll see. Again, that's not a confirmation or anything, but there is a good chance that that is what went down, unfortunately. Somebody said the couplet just tightened. I can't look at the terminal radar right now for some reason, and that makes me a little worried. Okay. Wow. Again, it is literally breaking the terminal radar's velocities here. So this is a significant tornado ongoing. This is legitimately right now crossing the Missouri River. This thing just hit downtown Chesterfield, and this is moving up towards St. Charles. I would not be shocked if they issue a PDS tornado warning for this very shortly. Okay. So again, significant tornado ongoing west of Maryland Heights. Again, if you're in this area or you know anybody in this area, you got to seek shelter. Okay. All right. So again, if you're out here in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. Again, likely a strong tornado approaching St. Charles, Missouri along I-70. Again, this is going to be just north of the Chesterfield area. Again, Chesterfield likely just took a direct hit from the tornado here. Again, the downtown area of Chesterfield, we're likely going to start to see some significant damage from soon. We just got an update on the radar. We finally have the St. Louis radar back. And it is showing a pretty tight velocity couplet there just west of Maryland Heights, so the potential that this is still an ongoing tornado is there. And again, if you're out here in this area, you've got to be in your safe spot, either underground in a storm shelter or on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and in an interior room. I'm starting to see videos and photos from traffic cams along I-40. This tornado, again, moved right through Chesterfield. It looks like we got some flipped semis and everything. Wow. So, again, if you're out here in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. Again, potentially ongoing tornado here still just northeast of Chesterfield, Missouri. Okay. Again, it would be a rain-wrapped tornado if it was on the ground, so you're not going to see it or anything. It looks like the inflow is getting kind of choked off here, so this may be occluding, but we don't want to just assume that. Again, no signs of a correlation coefficient drop. However, it was definitely there just a couple of scans ago. At the very least, we still have some debris fallout here over the Missouri River. But again, definitely a large tornado there just impacted Chesterfield, Missouri. So again, pretty unfortunate situation, a very populated region, and this tornado had very little warning time ahead of time because we did not expect this to spin up this quickly in this kind of environment. Again, really the only thing saving this is CAPE, your instability. This is now down to a radar-indicated tornado warning, but if you're in this area, you need to remain in your safe spot. Again, if you're in Metro St. Louis, that's fine. We're not really worried about your area. We're concerned about areas off to your northwest, areas like Florissant, St. Charles even. I'd be getting to my safe spot. But especially areas off to the east of there, areas like Bridgeton, if you're along the I-70 corridor, along Highway 67 near Hazelwood, you've got to get into your safe spot again. Potentially still a ongoing tornado or at least a strong area of circulation just west of Maryland Heights, Missouri. So if you're in this area, you have got to make sure that you are seeking shelters. The stream lagging. Dang it. Let's see. Yep. Let me know if we're still good here. It shouldn't be entirely crashed, but it's very likely pretty laggy. Yeah, it's very laggy. I don't know why that's been happening. You guys can still hear me, though, which is good. I don't know what to do about that. Again, I thought I fixed this problem, but apparently not. Again, we're going to see if we can fix this. I don't know why that's happening. I genuinely don't. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. Because I'm not too certain. Again, I'm trying to fix this here, guys. Give me just a second. Okay. It should be getting a little... Oh, never mind. I jinxed it. Let's see. I can't, I don't know why this is happening. I thought I fixed the issue, but apparently not. I'm good. It's very laggy, though. Generally, we like to avoid that. we'll fix that in just a second, but new tornado warning just issued, as we mentioned now, for downtown St. Charles, all the way out to Elton, along the Missouri-Illinois state line. It looks like we've got a new area of circulation trying to develop with this supercell. It's not, again, the area of circulation that originally produced the tornado and potentially the briefly strong tornado looks to have occluded for the most part. Again, I'm trying to get this stream issue fixed here, guys. Just work with me here. Let's go and get rid of this, see if that'll help. Okay. We're going to strip the layout down to its bare minimum. I don't know why that's been happening. It's very frustrating, and there's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. I'm trying to fix this. I'm trying to simultaneously check out what's going on here, because, again, this looks to be a, again, very strong area of circulation trying to develop again. If the terminal radar would work. Yeah, so velocity couple handoff did just occur. This is now a tight area of circulation moving through downtown St. Charles along I-70. Potentially an ongoing tornado. We can't confirm that, but... Okay, hold on, chat. Oh, please tell me you just fixed. Please tell me you just fixed. Please tell me you just... Oh, no, it didn't. Hold on, chat. Let me see if I can fix this issue. It should be getting a little bit better. Maybe. Okay. Are we here? Are we live? And is it laggy? It is laggy. I genuinely don't know why it's doing that. I really thought I fixed the issue.